Rapid reaction after the Buffalo Bills beat the New York Jets 23-20. Just got off the live stream with Green Bean and crew, but another disappointing loss for the New York Jets. At home, could not beat the Bills, could not take advantage of some miscues by the Bills in the kicking game. And we had some problems of our own in the kicking game. And in the end, could not make enough plays to beat Josh Allen and the Buffalo Josh Allens, which is what they really should be called. But in any case, it's another disappointing loss for a team that was considered to be one of the more talented ones in the league. We are now 2-4, and we're really struggling. As I've said many times, I have my problems with this defense when you don't have many elite defensive linemen as you need to play this defense the way it's set up, which is the wide nine, four down attacking front. And now with injuries and Reddick not showing up and trades that we made, like with JFM for no reason, we just don't have enough really good players on that defensive line to stop the run. And you heard Jeff Olbrecht talk about it after the game. They know that's a problem. They were trying to fix it this week. They didn't. And they're going to fix it next week somehow. Somehow then we're going to have our run fits properly fitted. Well, maybe so, but DJ Reed is now out and, well, maybe out. He has a groin, and Chuck Clark has an ankle. And so we don't know how they're going to be for next week. So our defense could be even weaker in terms of losing some of our starting personnel. And so that's disappointing. We have a kicker who can't make a kick in the rain and the wind. If anything goes wrong, he can't kick it. And unfortunately, we play in New Jersey. So, that's going to happen. We're going to have rain and cold and wind and snow. We play in New Jersey. We don't play in some perfect place like San Diego or something where the temperature is always perfect and you could just kick all day long and have no problems. We got rain and wind and snow, and we got a kicker who can't kick in those elements apparently. And so that was a problem. Their kicker had problems too, but nonetheless. Uh, so, you could look at it and say there were some good things here. We had 294 passing yards if you don't worry about the sack yardage, which I don't. So almost 300 yards, two touchdowns, one interception for Aaron Rodgers. So not a terrible performance, but that last throw of the game that was an interception was a terrible throw. Horribly underthrown. Mike Williams is wide open, and we can't get him the ball. Maybe it was the wind, maybe it was whatever. Couldn't get him the ball. Breece Hall, however, 18 carries, 113 yards, 6.3 a clip. That's good. So that's a positive. Alan Lazard, 6 catches, 114 yards and a touch. Garrett Wilson, 8 catches, 107 yards and a touchdown as well. And Breece Hall chipped in 56 more yards in the air in this game. So, some of our superstar players, not that Alan Lazard is a superstar, but Wilson and Hall and Rodgers all had relatively good games, but not enough points put on the board. We also saw in this game something interesting in that Jamien Sherwood took over as the full-time, what was usually called a middle linebacker, and C.J. Mosley played the role that Sherwood has been playing, where he comes off the field in our nickel package, and we often have our nickel package on the field. And I think that's part of the problem, too, with this defense is that when you're in nickel 70, 75, 80% of the time, teams now know, okay, we're going to attack that with the run even in 11 personnel. And against the Jets, they just run duo and middle zone runs through the A and B gap, and they basically take out our defensive tackles, open up the lanes, and some reason we can't be in the run fit properly with our linebackers either, and boom, that's how they do it. Very few outside runs that these teams do with our defense because they know those don't work as well. And so it's been figured out, and the question is, will this coaching staff make any adjustments to fix it? We're very good against the pass. We have good defensive backfield when we have everybody healthy. But teams don't need to throw that much against us. Just run it down our throats. That's all you need to do. And you could say that's a quibbling thing when the Bills only scored 23 points. Yeah, but if you watch the game, they gouged us pretty well with the run. In fact, they had 150 yards rushing. And any of our spying techniques on Mr. Josh Allen didn't work too good either. Um, And, Josh Allen had a really nice game, efficient, 215 yards, 19 out of 15. And I told you in the game preview, there's no way in hell he's going to play anything like the previous game he played, where he was 9 out of 30. There was just no way. He had a terrible game against the Texans the last game. No way he was going to do that again. And sure enough, he did not. Very efficient, 19 out of 25. 215 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then he chipped in 18 more yards and another touchdown on the ground, which is what he does. He trucks people, he throws bombs, and these days, usually he's efficient, sometimes not, but usually he's also efficient, and that's why he's an elite Josh Allen. But another soul crushing game, another opportunity for us Jet fans to increase our pain tolerance, which is apparently is the entire purpose of being a New York Jet fan, so that you can increase your pain tolerance. Have a good evening.